All right, now on to the third Fast and Furious review of the third Fast and Furious movie, Tokyo Drift. So the plot of this movie is this guy named Sean Boswell is this illegal street racer because, of course, like the first two movies, there is always a illegal street race, and he ends up getting arrested for reckless driving. But his rich family helps him avoid prison time. So instead, his punishment is to go to Japan and live with his father, who is a Navy officer. So that really makes it hard for Sean to try illegal street racing. So, but later goes out, he sneaks out and finds there's a whole racing community and he learns about drift racing. So he of course goes around and tries to learn the world of drift racing in Japan while he tries to win and go up against a bunch of competitors and deal with the struggles of his father. I thought this was a good prequel. I know not a lot of people really liked this movie, and I guess maybe I get it but because it did kind of feel like it didn't really have much purpose to the story because really nobody's from the movies is in it. It didn't add anything, and it really kind of felt like just a movie, just a different movie, and just slap the Fast and Furious name on it. But I liked it for being kind of different because the first two movies focused on Paul Walker's character Brian, who's the cop, and he goes about with learning illegal street racing, despite the fact that he's part of the law enforcement. It's not about a cop. It's about the son of a law enforcer, but he's not the main character. It's about the son who's actually the criminal. He's actually the street racer, and he actually, explores what he wants to do. And that's what made it fun. There's like the other movies, it's not really action focused because this movie was still when it was just about street racing. It's still very 2000s ish, like more mid 2000s, obviously, because this came out in 2006. But for what it's got, I did like it, and I loved the setting in Japan and Tokyo. I've never been to Japan at all. I really want to go sometime. Actually, I've always wanted to go, and it was really cool to see, just how different it is and all the streets and everything. It's very it's very fun, just like the other movies. Like even though it really has none of the characters, and it really, like I said, it's not like a huge important chapter you need to watch really if you want to watch a series. But other than that, like it's a fun addition for something different. And not to mention, this actually inspired a really popular video game, and which is funny because usually video games based on movies tend to suck lots of the time, but this actually ended up getting a really popular game. So there's something good that came out of this movie, even though I did like it. Like I think it's a fun movie for what it was. It makes like well, it's not really necessary to watch when you if you want to watch movies. I still think it's fun. Like if you enjoy the first two, you'll still enjoy this movie for being something different, and it's very fun. It's just what you expect out of a Fast and Furious movie without having everything like the same story or characters or whatever. Like it still felt like a Fast and Furious movie in some way, just not in terms of the story really. But I think it's a good film. It's not amazing, but I that's not really what you go into these movies for. You just want something fun and exciting, and that's really what it is. So I think it's a pretty underrated sequel. I know it's pretty well known, but not a lot of people talk about it, and it's not held in high regard. But I think it's pretty good. So yeah, so three down. So I'll see you when I review the next. So catch you later.